the room get full. Let me know if y'all can hear me, if I'm coming in clear. Peace to the gods. Alright, so I wanted to talk about what happened. I was traumatized the last couple of days, man, or weeks, should I say, man. Like, that shit was crazy what I went through, man. Like, I want to let y'all know everything that happened to me. Apparently, we was in Nicaragua, and my haters, as usual, they done this to me in Mexico, they done this to me in Belize. You know, this has happened, you know. Like I told you, a bunch of them will call the U.S. Embassy and with the clipped up videos and all the things that they have to say about me. And they will make an alarm trigger, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I was in a country that was in a lot of turmoil politically. And they're just trying to keep their streets safe. So what they did was, they sent they contacted the local police in Nicaragua, my haters, actually, they call it gang stalking or whatever. So they called the police. They sent the video of me saying my son touched my penis, and they sent the videos of all kind of stuff. You know how they make me look online. They sent it, and Nicaragua was alarmed by that, and so Nicaragua had made up something to get me to come investigate me and to make sure that this wasn't true. They also said I was a fugitive, that I was on the run from the United States, and that I'm a criminal, and I'm black. So, you know, it's Latin America. They're looking at me as a fugitive on the run from the United States, and they have to make sure. So they take me to this political prison, and 24-hour lockdown. I was treated like they're worse prisoners. Basically, the people that end up in this prison are like bombers, are killers, murderers that are under, they're tortured. Basically, they put me in this prison, this political prison. It wasn't like any other prison. They're worse because they have an unstable economy, or a lot of politics going on. And so at first, when the officers pulled up at the house, I'm like, all right, cool, I already been through this before, like in Mexico. They're going to come, my haters told them a whole bunch of stuff. They're going to investigate everybody. They're going to find out it's not true, and they're going to let us go. Boom. So I already knew that was going to happen. Nah, not Nicaragua. So Nicaragua treats me as if I did the shit. You know what I'm saying? They locked me up like I did it. I'm like, oh shit, they're just going to lock me up. So they get me, they take me down. They ran me through what is called the Interpol. The Interpol is, to do your fingerprints. They even have it now where they scan your eyes to make sure that I'm not a fugitive in another country. As soon as I got there, I was fingerprinted. I was put in this little cage. I mean, the cage was like, if you're sitting here, the cage is literally like this big. Like, it's literally insane how little that cell was. And, it's really claustrophobic. It's like really like, damn, they treat me like I did this shit. And I'm steady in my mind like, wow, okay, I'm gonna get up out of here soon. So they gonna figure out, I know they gonna go get a lawyer. They gonna figure it out soon. Like, this is all a bunch of, cyberbullying. And, just like Mexico knew. Mexico figured it out. I knew that Nicaragua would eventually figure it out. But Nicaragua is a little less undeveloped. And so when I seen them bring me them clothes to get checked into this prison, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, like, y'all locking me up? Like, what's going on? And give me the clothes. I don't speak Spanish that well, so they don't speak English at all. So it was really hard for me because these people were like flooded with all kind of false accusations about me. And because I'm black, they just considered it like, yeah, this is true. This dude's got to be a criminal. So it took them, they took me to the back. First I got fingerprinted, and then they took me to the back. First off, the Interpol is an international. If you have any warrants, once they run you on the Interpol, it's going to pop up. Okay? So I had no warrants in any countries at all for any arrest. The United States embassy came to see me. I got locked up on Friday. I was supposed to be out in 48 hours. So that Monday, I was supposed to get out legally, but they didn't release me. So I was like, I seen the U.S. Embassy on Monday. They came to see me. They made me fill out some deportation papers or whatever. And I was thinking, like, why would I get deported? I ain't do nothing. Like, he was like, yeah, well, they're not, we can't get involved. I said, well, I didn't do anything illegal here. I have no charge. You got to get me out of here. They're like, yeah, well, Nicaragua has their own, way of dealing with things, and we can't get involved legally. We're going to appoint you a lawyer. We can recommend you a lawyer and have them work out. I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting, they put me in the back. Now, entering a prison was like, they treat you like a dog. I mean, the cells, it's like kettles. Like, the cells are like kettles. And like, you go in a cell I'm in a cell with real live killers. I'm in a cell with real live bombers, people that have blown police officers up. I'm talking about like niggas that have killed people that are sitting there for months at a time. And this is an investigation unit before they send you off to the real prison where people just, it's like 500 people in one place. It was like crazy. So people was getting sent to prison. Before they get to the prison, they send them to this political holding cell where they investigate them, and then they send them out on Wednesdays. So every Wednesday, people was getting sent out to prison. And I'm in here with like straight killers, murderers. And, I come up in the cell, and I see this Cuban dude. He's from Atlanta. I'm like, the fuck? Like, the only guy I knew to speak English, he's there. And I'm like, wow, this is cool. At least I have somebody to talk, English with. And that was the coolest part. And then he wound up punching some guy in the face that was in the cell with us. He got taken over to lockdown, and I was back to like being in the fucking cell with people speaking Spanish. They were looking at me as calling me monkey. I was black. I was being racially, they was making fun of my color. They're calling me a monkey, calling me a chimpanzee. I could hear them in Spanish talking about me. They laugh at me. They was calling me crazy. They're saying I was child molester, and I was sitting back there with false accusations as if I did these things. I really was back there, and I didn't know when I was getting out. No, I did not know. They didn't follow. They illegally held me because I did not have any charge at all. I did not know when I was getting out. That was the worst time to do, because it's one thing if you know you got a month, you got 2 months to do. It's another thing, day by day by day goes by, and you don't know anything, and no one can speak your language, and they're just looking at you, and they're just saying. And the one thing I did get was that the U.S. Embassy is holding me here. And I'm like, okay. And when I went to go see the U.S. Embassy and they came to see me, I went to the meeting. I said, do I have any warrants? He said, no, you don't have any warrants. I was like, okay, so if I don't have any warrants and I have no charge here, he said, they're doing an investigation. We don't know how they're going to play it out. We can't get involved legally. But we don't know how to play it out. So I'm like, okay. So first week went by. I get one visit on Tuesday. That's the only visit I get, and I get 20-minute visits. I go 24-hour lockdown in a dark cell. Is a hole in the ground that you poop in and you pee in, and it's back in the dark. And then there's a wall, like a wall with water that's coming up over the wall that goes into and it's dark. It smells like pee and poop, and this is where you have to poop and pee and take your shower. So you would have to dip something in the water, and then the same sewage that was down there. It was really nasty. It was really crazy. It's basically torture because no one spoke my language, and there was a couple guys in there that I was cool with that did speak English, like 1 or 2 of them that spoke my language. Outside of that, they was able to explain to the other prisoners that I was being falsely accused, and so I did not think it was going to drag out this long. So what happened was the lawyer that they got me couldn't find a judge. It's so corrupt that what took me so long to get out is because the lawyer had to find a judge that would sign my release, right? And so it took a whole week for him to find a judge. And then the second week I was in there, I'm sitting there, man. the judges would deny it because they were saying that the America, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure they explained everything to y'all. But I'm sitting in the cell and I'm literally like going through it like, wow, I'm being persecuted for nothing. I really didn't do these things and I'm being persecuted for nothing. So after 3 weeks, obviously, they come to me and they say they're deporting me. And I'm saying, okay, y'all gonna deport me? How can you deport me? Am I banned from this country now? They said, no, you're not banned. We just want you to leave. And they basically wanted me to leave because of the accusations. They didn't know how to deal with me. They didn't know how to respond to the circumstances. That they just told me to leave. And I left, and I got on the first flight, and I'm in the States now. For all you that don't know, if you have a warrant in the States and you come into the country at immigration, they pick you up. I don't have any charges. Obviously, I'm out. I'm here in America, in the United States of America. There is no charges. There is no warrants. I would be locked up right now. You cannot get into the United States with a warrant. I mean, that's just simple knowledge, man. It don't take a rocket science to understand that, you know, if you coming into America, they're gonna, now what we had to go through is they have these machines. Literally, you have to slide your passport and you have to look at I don't know if you travel, and you would know that if you had any kind of warrant, they're gonna get your ass right there at immigration when you're pulling in. So if I had a warrant, you would know, because I wouldn't be on live. I wouldn't be free. I would be in jail. As soon as I swiped my passport, a flag would have came up. Police would have came and got me, and I would have been in jail. There's no charge. The U.S. Embassy told me I have no warrants. You can go check on your own. Just go to the Interpol. Interpoll. The Interpol is public information. If I have a warrant in any country, put in the Legio Bishop, and you will see that I have no warrants in any country. I have no charges. I've done none of those things, the accusations that are being put on me. But when people speak a lot over and over, you know what I'm saying, it makes it sound like the truth. And it's entertainment. But I want y'all to know I forgive you. Like, I really do forgive you. I got a lot of time to think. I was in there meditating, hurting. I caught an ulcer in my stomach. I'm still getting over right now. I'm taking probiotics. I'm drinking aloe vera juice. I literally was stressed to the point where I caught an ulcer in my stomach, and this shit hurt. Anybody that had an ulcer, you know how it feels. And I'm getting over it right now. I'm being nursed back to help out my wives, and it's been beautiful. And thank you for everybody that supported me. Thank you for everybody that signed the petition, that helped me. You know, that knew that, you know, I was innocent, and they knew I was innocent. They held me illegally, but I know the universe did it for a reason. It let my team work as a team without me. I was in a vulnerable position where I couldn't do anything for myself. I had to rely on my family, and my family came through. And I want to say to Carbonation, everybody that had my back, thank you. And I appreciate you, man. They don't play about these accusations that they put on me. If any of that, I wouldn't be on this camera with you right now. I just want you to know that this is proof to you that it was a lie. And you can see, I am in Babylon. I'm back out here, but you know, I'm supposed to be dipping back out whenever. But I want y'all to know that I appreciate all the love, and I also want to take responsibility for giving the ammo. Take responsibility for my own mistakes. I was able to reflect back there in the darkness, in those cages, 24 hours a day, being fed through those cages. I want to thank my family for bringing me 3 meals a day. Those meals meant so much to me. They were like visits. I wasn't able to have contact with nobody. I wasn't even able to talk to my lawyer. And I was treated like crap. My family was there for me, and many people didn't have what I had. I had so much food came in that I was sharing it with the locals. And I just want to thank them for being there, for the little letters, little updates, letting me know. They put the little letters, and my wives put the little letters, and all the letters, they meant so much to me. They kept me alive. I contemplated death. I contemplated just, freeing my own self through just killing myself. You know what I'm saying? Because it was that bad in that cell. It was that bad. It was that bad. And the thought of never getting out of there and them just holding me here, because I knew they were holding me illegally. And I'm like, damn, they could just hold me here forever. They don't have to ever let me go. You know what I'm saying? Because, I really start contemplating death or transition myself when I knew that the lawyer had my release paper from a Supreme Court judge to let me go, and they still didn't let me go. And I was like, wow, they could just keep me here. This is amazing. But when I was in there, I also had an epiphany. I said, I did this to myself. I gave them the ammo. I made a lot of mistakes, things that I said, how I said them, and maybe I could have said things a lot different, and not that I didn't tell the truth and it came out of me authentically, but it was rough, it was raw, it was organic, and there was a lot of mistakes that could be used against me, and a lot of wild shit that came out wrong that was used against me. Even though they're not true about me, it could be used and just to play with my life and to cyberbully me. And I just want to take responsibility for me making the mistakes that I made, man, online. I cost myself this, real nigga moments, all that shit, man. I take responsibility. I don't blame anybody. I blame myself. It's my fault. I gotta take care of me. It's not about what people do to you. It's about how you respond to it. I try to, I forgave everybody that persecuted me in there. It was hard. I forgave Young Pharaoh. I forgave Ashe. I forgave World News. I completely forgave y'all. And I realized that I'm the only guy in this whole prison that's innocent. I'm in a cell, and a dude told me, he started crying to me. And he said, man, I did some foul shit, man. I murdered some people. I chopped bodies up. And I'm sitting there like, oh, shit. I'm kind of nervous. The dude's breaking down to me. He's crying. And he telling me, because he couldn't tell nobody. He wanted to get it off his chest. He'd been there 2 months waiting for his trial. And he hasn't spoken to anybody to tell the truth, just to get it out, just to say, look, I did it. Because he's telling people he didn't. But he just told me, man, I did that shit. And he started crying. I cried with him. I said, bro, you forgiven. I literally told him, you forgiven. I love you. I hugged him. And he said, I just want a new life, man. I want my child. I want to be with my family. I wanted a new life. And it caught up to me. And he said, you a good man. He's like, you're not like the rest of these guys in here. He really confessed to me, and we had a moment. I was like, wow, in that moment he was forgiven, and I know the world is not going to forgive him, and I know he's going to have to do a lot of time for the things he's done. He's telling me about some crazy shit, and I was just like, oh, damn, bruh, you did that? He's like, yeah. I was like, damn, it was rough. And the scariest part about doing time is when you don't know how much time you're going to do. It's like being in the county. County time is the worst time. When they hold you, you don't know when you're getting out. You don't know what they want to do with you. And it's different when they give you time and you go to jail. And in this jail, you locked down 24/7. You can't. They let you out for 20 minutes to get some sunlight when they want. Maybe I got out once, maybe 5 times since I was out. I got out for 20 minutes. And even when you get sunlight, it's 4 walls and a cage on top with the air is coming in from the bottom, and you standing in these 4 walls, and it's yo, this is a real political prison. You know what I'm saying? You got people in there that were killing police officers, bombing police officers and stuff like that. And they were called bombers, and it was crazy, man. people that try to kill the president and do paperwork shit. It was crazy. I was like, damn, I'm in here with a whole bunch of killers. But we made it out. They just deported me illegally. They just said, get on the plane, get out of here. I was like, am I banned? Like, what's going on? Like, they like, no, you can come back. I'm like, I could come back. Like, oh, so y'all just going to illegally deport me? Like, they deport me on my free will. I bought my own ticket and I flew back to the States. And I'm here, like, you know what I'm saying? And I went through customs, you know, because I know I ain't got no warrants, but they, you know, people would say a lie over and over where you start to second guess your own shit. Like, do I got a warrant? Shit, it's been a minute. I might have a goddamn warrant. I was kind of nervous coming through customs. I'm like, shit. Did I do anything? Maybe they have an investigation on me or something like. So I would swipe my joint. You know, nothing. Eliana had an X on hers. She had an X. And a lot of people might say, well, why did you fly with only Eliana? Because she got the baby. I want to be with my daughter. I wanted to be with her. You know what I'm saying? In the process. And I just kept thinking about Eliana, baby girl, and I was like, yo, let's go. Let's just get on a flight together and let's get out of here. Plus, it was going to be way too expensive to immediately fly all of us, 15 people, back to the States. Plus, I'm coming right back. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I will not be going back to Nicaragua, though. That's something I'm never going to do because they jammed me up. Because they're just underdeveloped and they didn't know how to deal with, well, they wasn't equipped to deal with my circumstances. And they didn't know how to deal with me. You know, they were saying all kind of stuff about me. And these people didn't speak good English at all. Even in my interview that they asked me about, they were like, what is your religion? What do you guys believe in? And I could see they're on WhatsApp. They had to translate, they had to use Google Translate to talk to me to do the investigation. And that was the first couple of days I was there. And I wound up spending 3 weeks in a cell. And it was just crazy. I'm going through customs, like I said, I was second guessing my own shit. I'm like, yo, do I have fucking warrant? Shit, I know I took care, because before I left, on my journey, I made sure to take care of all my legal matters before I left, because I didn't want to ever end up getting locked up. So I always took care of my legal matters before I left. You feel me? I made sure I was a business owner. I was a barbershop owner, so I was legit when I left. Like, a lot of stuff that y'all hear about me was from years and years ago, my past life, and they used those things to kind of like create this version of me that I hear, and I'm like, wow. I mean, they took everything negative they could find and pieced it together and made a monster out of me. And I'm like, damn, that's who I am? Like, this is all that I am? Shit. All right, okay, all right. But it will not hold up in court. Accusations and, like I told you, propaganda and drama is entertaining, but it doesn't make it the truth. And the things that they're saying, there are real people out there that are really doing that. There's real pedophiles out there. There's real sexual predators out there. There are really people out there that are really human trafficking. Actually, I met a human trafficker. You know what I'm saying? And he was a young boy. He would get people around the borders. You see what I'm saying? So there's actually real people out there. So these things that they're accusing me about, it's like, you know, real serious shit. You know what I'm saying? And so they're very serious about these accusations. And yes, I gave them the ammo. Yes, I would take responsibility for giving them the ammo to even put that on me. The things that have been said, even if they were years ago, they were used against me. And I'm just glad that the investigators investigate and see that there's nothing illegally done, and they let me go. But I was in there way too long, and I thought I was going to be in there forever. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. And they let me go. So, because they had no charge. They were illegally holding me. They didn't know who the fuck I was. They ran me through the Interpol. They didn't see no charges. They would not have let me go. Trust me. They are not letting you go nowhere if you got warrants. You're not just going to get released to the fucking streets. You're not just going to get released if you know what I'm saying? So my release alone should let you know that all the accusations are just lies. You see what I'm saying? And again, like I said, I want to say thank you to everybody that was there for me. And shout out to everybody that had my back, that signed the petition. And I appreciate all the love. And we're going to get back to teaching. But I'm going to take a break for a little bit. I got to handle some business and get my life back in order. This threw me off. So be patient with me. I'll be contact. Hit my inbox. I'm not going to be on live like that, like going crazy on live. Like, I got to get my life back together. I got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, my baby girl. Say hi. Say hi. Look at her. She getting so big. You gonna say hi? I'm gonna put some hearts up for her. You put some hearts. You gonna say hi? You say hi?
Hey, picture picture.
You gonna say hi?
She
You gonna smile?
11.5 seconds.
Huh? You gonna smile? Yeah. You gonna say hi? You see the people?
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on. Like, Daddy, what is that?
Right.
Yeah, so this is my life, and I'm trying to get it back in order. And I will be prepared anywhere I'm going. I will have a lawyer. I will contact the U.S. Embassy and let them know. And actually, Carbonation, we are now we are a corporation. We are a church, a religion, and so it is. We already got our paperwork now straight to the point where this can't happen no more. We will be reporting to any country that we're in. We're reporting to the U.S. Embassy, and we will have a lawyer in process and to make sure that this never happens again. So to my haters, I want you to know that I know that I get it. I get it. You started something. It's become a character you became, and now it's like, this is who you are, and you gotta go through it, and I understand that, and I want you to know that I forgive you. I got no hard feelings for none of y'all. I don't wish any harm to any of y'all. I just want you to know that, can you please stop? You know what I'm saying? It's just fucked up because you're accusing an innocent man. I really did not do those things that you're accusing me of. I'm really not a pedophile. I'm really not a child abuser. I'm not a woman beater. Listen, I told you, I come from a very dark place growing up, and I was ignorant at one point, you know what I'm saying, and now I don't have to be that no more. I'm growing, I'm becoming more. Please allow me to grow, and please allow my people to grow, you see what I'm saying, and I hope you grow too. And I want you to know, I know you're doing your job, and you on your job, I'm gonna be on mine, and you really hurt me. You got me. You got me. You got me. If you was trying to hurt me, you hurt me. You hurt me really bad. I sat in our cell and I was tortured. Mentally, psychologically, tortured. I got an ulcer that I'm getting over right now in my stomach. As you can see, I lost a lot of weight. You caused a lot of stress to my family. Eliana, my other wives. You got it. You got it, man. You got it. You did your job, man. You hurt me. If you want to hurt me more, I pray for you, man. I think about you. I hope that you get over that. And as far as Eliana's father, I want to just say I apologize for disrespecting you. As a man, I know this is your daughter. I want you to know I'm taking good care of her. And I'm trying my best as a man to take care of your daughter as much as possible. I don't want any problem with you. I don't want no smoke with you. I don't want no smoke with none of y'all. What y'all did to me, that woke me up. You know, it's powerful when people come together, what you could do. Y'all got together and y'all accomplished y'all goals, and you're very powerful. What if you did something positive with that? What if you came together and did something way more positive? I'm not a pedophile. I'm not any of the things that you accuse me of. So you're falsely accusing somebody on accusations and propaganda. And the legal system will always find out the truth because they're going to do the investigation. But I want you to know, Larry, that I understand I started it. I disrespected you on live. The first time we got on live, I disrespected you. And I apologize as a man to you because I was just trying to be a man and be macho. But truly, I always, wanted you to accept me. You know what I'm saying? I wanted you to accept the fact that, I was a man for your daughter now. And, I realized that people put that battery in your back. People was like, fuck that. You ain't let them do that. And it became, so I was a part of creating the drama that I'm going through with you right now. And I got a big ego. My ego, I have a lot of pride. I want to be sovereign. I'm a man. I want to feel like a man sometimes, so I could be dominant. But the truth is, I like you. I wanted to have a relationship with you, because I'm in love with a woman that looks like you. And I just ask your forgiveness and disrespecting you the first time we ever met online. We usually only trying to give us some advice, telling us to get our paperwork. I remember that. I was kind of rude. I thought about that when I was in the cell. I thought about a lot of stuff that I did. And this don't mean I'm being humble. And it was humbling. It was very humbling to be in that cell. And this don't mean I'm going to be a pussy. I'm still going to be strong. But when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I want you to know I apologize if you feel I have ever mistreated her. And I'm going to do my best to be her protector and provider and to take care of the family. And I want to have a relationship with you so you can see your granddaughter and any other children we got. You know what I'm saying? And I have. Even in our differences. I am still me, man. I'm still nutty ass me. Don't ever think that, he changed. No, I've learned some things. I'm more of who I was. I'm more of who I already was. I'm still going to make mistakes. I'm still going to be mean. I'm still going to be crazy. That's who I am, man. But I just tell you that I realized that I disrespected you. And I want to apologize about that, man to man. And tell you that, I was wrong. To any of my haters that I blocked, I apologize. I realize we're all sensitive people. And maybe I blocked you and it made you become a hater. I realized that I created a lot of my haters because I blocked y'all. Instead of just dealing with the adversity, I wanted to create a harmonious environment by blocking people that had different views out so I could talk to the people that agreed with me and we can form up something. I wasn't thinking about how I meant to make you feel to block you. That's why I unblocked everybody. So I created a lot of that. I created a lot of haters just by blocking people. A lot of people were being rude, though. I had to block them and just being rude and exercising their demons upon our circumstances in our space. So I wasn't allowing that to happen. I unblocked everybody. I already did on my page. Unless it was a fake page or something like that. This doesn't mean that I'm going to be coming back all soft and but I have been humbled in this process. And it's made me stronger, made me wiser, made me realize to take it a little more serious, what you guys are doing, and to prepare myself for anything. When it comes to legal matters, just coming back to Babylon was humbling. Everything was humbling. I learned so much. But, beautiful. I want to make sure I covered everything. Like I said, to my family, I appreciate everybody. To the haters, I love myself. I love you. I forgive you. You don't know what you're doing. You hurt me, and you got me. You wanted to get me. You said I was going to jail. I went to jail. But I want you to know that I ain't got no hard feelings for you, man. Ain't no hate in my heart. So I'm going to open up the lines. Y'all want to call me, ask me any questions? Y'all can ask me any questions. Anything y'all want to say, y'all can call in real quick, and I'm going to let y'all get in. you accept me. Hold on. Peace, reflection.
Peace, Alicia. What's going on, man? Somebody sent me over and say you came to apologize to me on social media.
Yeah, I apologize to you, brother. If I ever hurt you, if I ever disrespected you, I apologize.
You're not online anymore.
Okay. And within that apology, you say you still gonna be Nature Boy, right? You're gonna still be Chief Eligio.
Yeah.
You say you still gonna be with that.
Are we live still,
Okay.
y'all? Are we live?
Yeah, we live right now. And within that apology,
Are we live right now, y'all? Hold on. It's nice.
is it live over with?
Okay, I don't know if the live. Are we still live?
Yeah, we still live. We in the building, man. We live.
Okay.
Yeah, we live, man. So what's the deal? You say you apologize and stuff. What you apologizing for?
I don't exactly know how I originally came into your mind or into your space and how I affected you, but I know it's been in a negative way.
It's been in a negative way.
Yeah, it's been in a negative way, in a negative light. And I just want to tell you that, man, if I hurt you in any kind of way, I want you to know that I apologize. I didn't mean to. I don't know you. And if I said anything to you to hurt your feelings or feel violated or disrespected, I apologize.
Okay, that's what it is. So I got a question for you before I get off here. By you saying that you apologize to me, like I said, I don't really understand what the reason would be that you would be apologizing to me, but okay, I get that. I also see, some growth and I see some development in Chief Eligio right now too. I heard you speaking in reference to spending time, with your child, appreciate life and all of that. See, I was one of the people that had an issue with you because of what took place with the people that you were affected. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, being that you felt what you felt, on the other end, you had one of the people that support you that flagged my YouTube page. Now, for you to get on here and make this public apology to me, you might want to straighten it out with that individual as well that supports you, that sent you $30. That guy there. Okay?
Right.
So we're gonna do this in a collective thing right here. Because I don't have to base my day or my life with talking about you. You're somebody who ran across my path and I happen to be a reporter and I had issues with you. Now, respectably, I can say, you know what? I'm gonna fall all the way back from Nature Boy. I'm gonna fall all the way back. I can do that. But are you going to keep up your end of the bargain with the members of Carbon Nation who disrespected me verbally as well as people I'm affiliated with?
One thing I can't do is take responsibility for anybody else. I'm gonna tell you this. What I realized about being locked up is that this is bigger than me. This has become
That's right.
bigger than me. And
You don't run nothing in there.
huh?
You don't run nothing in there, do you?
It's bigger than me. Being in a cell and having no control over my own life humbled me to the point where I realized, like, wow, like this is I really didn't do any of these things. You see what I'm saying? And to be in a cell, innocent, like in a cell, like damn, I've been locked up before and I did the crime, but I never been locked up for not doing the crime. And so I was like humbled by that, and I realized this is bigger than you. This is not about Eligio Bishop. It's not about Nature Boy. This is about what Nature Boy represents to other people and how he has affected everybody. And Eligio Bishop is getting the backlash of all of that and getting the benefits of it as well. You see what I'm saying? So it's bigger than me. And I want to tell anybody that's influenced by me to no matter what anybody do to you, never get on a negative vibe with them, because it doesn't help anything. Just stay positive. That's all I'm going to tell anybody. Just stay positive. I know it's hard because we hurt and we hurt people, but try not to take that hurt and retaliate with revenge.
Okay, when you said that When you said that it didn't help anything or it didn't help people, just know within itself, if this wouldn't have took place, you wouldn't have received the help and having the recognition of appreciating your wives and your child. Now, going even further, that's right, going even further within the matrix, by you getting up here and offering me a public apology, that's one thing. You understand? I appreciate that, but that's one thing. It's not that serious, bro. I feel like on an even deeper level, for everybody that rallied themselves together and that did this for the soul's sake and purpose, you know, of looking out for the well-being of the children, most notably your child, and everything having to do with this whole movement right now. I can't tell you what to do as a man. I can only give you an advice. And wholeheartedly, I think that your wife deserves to give her father an apology, brother. That's what I'm telling you this man to man, brother. I feel like that's what she should do. And being that you are her king, being that you the one that shine to her, I feel like you can make that happen. I feel like she needs to address him because I'm just a channel holder. I'm a reporter. That's all that I am, man. I appreciate you holding me in high esteem like that, but I honestly feel like that's something that should take place because we all have sit back and we've watched this. You feel what I'm saying, bro? And not only what was done was disrespectful, but since we're at the point right now, you know, of sweeping stuff, you know, sweeping the dirt out the way and all of that, I kind of feel like we need to open up an avenue for that to take place too right there. You understand? That's facts.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you now know that all the things that y'all accuse me for, I'm not guilty of?
You're asking, do I know that?
Yes.
Where was it within the process of all of these things taking place with you? Was I anything other than reporting on it?
Well, there was reports that I had warrants in the United States. There was reports that I was a child molester. I had charges that were child molesting charges. I had charges of all kind of, just crazy stuff, you know. And
so you saying that that's what you went back for? So you telling me right now that's why you went back because you felt bad about it and you said, yo, let me just go back to the States and let's see what these charges are. Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that there was no proof of any of that?
I actually got deported.
Huh?
I actually got deported. It wasn't my shit to come back here.
Right.
I got deported
Right.
and I got sent back to the United States. I think the universe sent me back here to show my innocence. And now that I'm back here, I know you can't come through customs if you have a warrant, especially for child abuse or any kind of investigation. They would have caught me at customs. You know that, right?
Yeah, so in other words, what you're saying and what I know, they were basing off of the things that were said. You read it how old that article was. So, of course, that wouldn't have been something that somebody like me would have done. You see, they were basing it off of additional information that was built up on you. Now, as far as you coming back to the States, yes, you could have, in fact, had a warrant and came back across country lines. Oh, yeah, you could have did that. That would have took place. You understand? But the thing about it is, once that you would have went to court, you would have been found guilty. Yeah, that can take place, bro. That you can be expedited. You understand? You can be expedited.
What I'm saying is this. If I had a charge, not only would I have been expedited, they would have never released me on my own accord. They would have had the U.S. Marshals come to get me, and I would have been extradited to a prison. I would have never been, deported on my own, got on a flight by myself. I would have been expedited by a U.S. Marshal.
So the word what you want to use right now to make this right is that you were exiled out of Manawa. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, and I want it to be known,
okay.
And I want to know that you know now that I'm being falsely accused of these charges.
You saying, okay, so you want me to report that? You want me to report that you were falsely accused of things that you stated on video? You want me? Hold on. How do you want to do that? You want me to say? I don't want you
to report anything, brother. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
You realize now that I'm innocent of those charges.
Do I realize that you are innocent? This is not even the conversation for that. Because what you're saying right now is being that there was nothing that was found on me by way of evidence, now I can say, oh, okay, I just got kicked out of Manawa, and now I'm back in Babylon, the place that I hate the most. You didn't go there by choice. That wasn't no decision that you made to go back to Babylon, brother. That wasn't no decision. None whatsoever. Because if there was no reason, no justifiable reason to kick you out of Manawa, you wouldn't be out of Manawa. Think about it now. If you go to, let's say you go to an apartment complex over somebody's crib or whatever, and they're having, like a swimming pool party or whatever, or something jumping off. If the manager came and told you you had to leave, it's because you don't stay there, and you have to honor that. You didn't stay there. You didn't stay there. You didn't stay there. So what would be the reason they'll say, okay, well, you just got to leave. You got to get up out of here. It ain't like you was on Telemundo or television or Univision or nothing like that. You was reported by L19. That's who reported you. They're a news station as well.
Okay. All right.
Think about it.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having a conversation with me, brother.
Well, it's not even hold on. It's not a thank you thing about having a conversation with you, because I see exactly what's going on. But by you apologizing to me, I'll accept your apology, Nature Boy. And the reason why that I'm going to do that, because I'm seeing how much energy that you putting into everything except for what I asked you in reference to your wife and what I asked you of her to do. That's what this is about right now. This is the whole kit and caboodle. We've all watched this. We've seen what has taken place. So we can't get up here now and play like you the most divine father only because you experienced being incarcerated or jailed for like 3 weeks and shit. I mean, like, let's keep it real, bro. Let's keep it a buck right now. So what I'm saying is, why are you dancing around that question? That's all that I asked.
I'm not dancing around the question. She gotta make her own mind and own decision on that, and maybe that will be something that will happen. But that'll happen on her own accord when she want to do it. But that's none of my business.
Can I suggest that? Can I suggest that?
You can suggest it, yeah.
That's all I'm doing. I'm just making a suggestion to you.
All right. Thanks for calling in, man.
You cool with that? You cool with that?
I'm cool.
Okay. All right. Peace, brother. Enjoy your day.
Peace.
Indeed.
I don't know what that was. That was okay. That caboose. Yeah. Don't shake it. Why you say that wasn't loud no more?
Hello.
Peace, guys. How you feeling today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm better.
I hope you won't get upset with me. I just want to ask a few questions to you.
Go ahead.
Okay. You apologized to Eliana. I mean to Nana's father. I know. Are you willing to let her apologize to her father?
I can't. Please. People put this accusation. Like, it's like people say things about me so much online, it becomes like true, and it's sad because it's like if you repeat something over and over about somebody, you can start to think that that's my character. And because you don't know me, you only know me online from what people say, you might think I'm the type of person that tells her what to do and runs her. And you know what I'm saying? I have an influence on her, but at the end of the day, Eliana gonna do what Eliana want to do. I disrespected her pops, so I apologize for what I did. Now, if she wants to say I'm gonna go do that, then I'm gonna support her. But if she feel like she ain't did nothing wrong, then I'm gonna support that too. But I did what I'm supposed to do, and I've always led by example. I'm not the type of person that you might think I am. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there's a misconstrued conception about me online. And I think people should try to get to know me more rather than get to know me through my trolls or through people that hate me.
Okay. I just feel like there has just been a lot of, he's a father, and I love my father. My father is no longer here.
So am I.
And I just couldn't imagine disrespecting my father. You know what I mean? Like she has done with Pops. I don't understand that. And I hope that you would encourage her to have some type of relationship with her family. I understand what you went through as a child. You didn't have your parents, but I think that her father and her.
What about I wanna say this because I think that no one's empathetic about me being a father. I'm a father. I have a daughter too. I have a daughter, and he's interfered with my relationship. So I think that this is one of those situations where you shouldn't get involved in other people's business because it's so personal. Whenever you're dealing with a personal thing with people's personal lives, you shouldn't get involved because it's like, he's a father too, and Pops is kind of disrespecting him and his family. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I'm gonna stay out of it because it's I don't know the details of what's going on, so I'm gonna stay out of it.
I'm not trying to get in it. I'm just speaking for myself.
No, I understand your perception of it. I understand you've seen it from a certain view, but
because you're a father, so you have to remember karma. You don't want your daughter, in the future to disrespect you. You know what I mean? You have to think of it that way also.
Yeah. I also am not going to stalk my daughter. I'm also going to let her make her own decisions and support her decisions. And if I don't support her decisions, just like my other kids, their mothers want to raise them different, I will separate myself. So as a father, there's boundaries that's been broken here that needs to be addressed as well as a woman. And I know that we don't have a lot of good fathers out there, and that's being used as the bait to do what he's doing. It's used as a token to do what he's doing. But at the end of the day, we have to also respect boundaries to grown-ass people that have their own rights to make their own decisions. And just because you're her father doesn't mean you have to cross boundaries. And some of those boundaries has been crossed, in my opinion. So, like I said, if I was you looking in, I would back out of it. Like, look, this is personal. He's a father. That's her father. That's none of my business. Let me not get too involved in that because at the end of the day, it's just not anything that, Yeah.
But at the same time, but at the same time, she brought her father. You know what I mean? She contacted him. She brought him into it. So as a father, of course, he's going to react and go around the pilot. You know what I mean?
Originally, she didn't. Originally, the people brought him in originally, and I feel like Eliana, and I'm just speaking for her or understanding her from a personal view. She at one point she wants to believe that her dad is there for her. She really does want to believe that. You know what I'm saying? And with that being stated, she did run to him one time because she kind of fantasized with the idea that he was actually going to be there for her. You know what I'm saying? And when she realized his reaction, she then came back. She was like, "Oh, this nigga, he don't really care about me." But I think deep inside, Eliana wants that relationship with her father, and what he's doing right now is destroying that relationship with violating her boundaries, her decisions, her choices, and not supporting her, right or wrong. And if you're not going to support her, to give her space, she's in love with me, and you're disrespecting her choices. You're disrespecting her choices. And when you disrespect her choices, you're violating her. No one's thinking about how Eliana must feel in this. We're only looking at it from Pop's perspective. And I get it. But you're not really understanding that it didn't start off with Eliana being disrespectful. This was an ongoing thing. And then Eliana got fed up. She got fed up. And she was like, basically back off. It didn't start out like that.
what do you advocate that you don't allow her to have any time with her family? You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't allow her to be able to converse with her father at all with that? Do you
Not
agree
at all.
that?
I listen. I can only influence people. You know what I'm saying, with who I am, just like you. You could just be you, right? Say if a guy liked you, right? And the guy decided himself because of your influence in his life to just be consumed with you, right? And you could tell that guy, hey, man, you should spend more time with your family. That guy could say to you, you are my family. You're all I need. They don't really love me. You love me. Now, from the family's perspective, they could look at you and say, you taking my son away from me. And you're like, no, I tell him to go talk to you. He just says that I'm, you know what I'm saying? So what you have to understand is that Eliana's making her own decisions. She's making her own decisions. And please stop. I told you again, stop listening to people's perspectives on me and taking that as true. Eliana is a grown woman making her own decisions. And yes, I have an influence on her in her life where I'm her big homie. I'm not only her husband, I'm her big homie. Like, I'm her OG. You feel what I'm saying? I've always tell Eliana to talk to her pops. Eliana always told me I don't fuck with him. Now, I'm going to make her go talk to him? Or am I going to be like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, well, why? I listen to her story. She tells me why she don't fuck with him. And I'm like, damn, that's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But the public is looking at me because I'm a strong black man, right? And I have very strong points of views, and I'm a very dominant person. They can already massage me to be like, yeah, I'm controlling her. You know what I'm saying? My influence is very heavy on her, no doubt, right? But I can't make her do anything. Y'all seen that publicly. I can't make Eliana do anything. When she gonna do what she want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she's showing y'all that publicly. She gonna do what she want to do. Because I'm an influence on her, and people like, oh, well, damn, I fucks with Eligio. I fucks with Eligio Bishop. I fuck with Nature Boy. I fuck with Chief. I fuck with his mind. I like the way he think. I think that I want to think like that, right? So I could tell her, Eliana, go talk to your pops. Call him. And I've done this before. She like, I ain't got nothing to say to this nigga. I'm like, yeah, but you should talk to him. Like, she like, I don't have nothing to say to him. This is what he did. 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 On top of that, when he came to Mexico, we sat down and had a conversation. Did you not watch that? Okay, listen. After that, it was harassment because if she don't want to talk to you, I'm living my life, man. That's my wife. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she don't want to talk to you, dude. Like, now it's becoming like you trolling me, you harassing me. She don't want to talk to you. I'm not keeping her away from him. He's trying to make it seem like that because it's giving him attention online. But, man, I'm not in the way of nobody talking to their family. I want to put that out there right now. I'm not in the way of no one talking to their family. Okay. I didn't ask nobody to come to me. I didn't recruit nobody. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't asked nobody, even though it wouldn't be bad if I talked to people that I was networking and I network with people. Like you might network with people or talk to people. You might network with people that see things, whatever you're doing in life, right? Whatever you're doing in life. Wait, you breaking up. You're breaking up. You breaking up. Hello? All right, so this is what I'm going to say, because she was breaking out really bad. You can't, in life, whatever you're doing, you're going to network. You're going to try to find people that's doing what you're doing, because we have power in numbers. So the people that come to me are just people that I network with, that look at life the way I look at it. I'm not in control of these people. I'm not brainwashing nobody. And I'm not doing none of that. These people decided to come to fuck with me. Like, oh, I'm going to do what he's doing. And, you know, I've met people in my journey that's doing what I'm doing. Like, and that's called networking. That's called, you know, having a network of friends of doing what you're doing, having friends or whatever. So this has been demonized, you know what I'm saying, into a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But the simple fact is, these people are here because they want to be here, no matter how many times somebody repeats a I'm gonna take callers, and then we're gonna end it up. These people are here because they want to be here.